EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, able to avoid him. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts rolling to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have struck first in this NFC title game. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Winston. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
Jameis now on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That catch good for only a couple.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And shedding a man at the 40. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 65 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. They go play action with Hurts. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Fights him off. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Jacobs. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1 yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They go with Jacobs, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Josh Jacobs, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the...
Here's a diving catch right side. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the gun, Winston. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A second down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Winston. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Winston now from the 50. Flushed out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to... Go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Running is Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Falcons 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Play action now. Winston. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. A nice little juke. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Atlanta. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Winston. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it now with Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
But first down, Hurts eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. And that was just a good job there of being mobile and creating something.
Being able to extend a play and get people open or buy yourself more time to run with the football, that's a really nice job there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Jacobs now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is McCaffrey on the give. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. Room here to run. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Christian McCaffrey, 62 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
29 is Mike 29. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
28, Seahawks 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second and 11 now. Hurts. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Falcons are Super Bowl bound. Time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching, and good night.